Sarah's stunning Lynx coat transformed into a throw. This Lynx coat was absolutely beautiful. It was so soft. The coat was lovely, as you could see in this photograph. The customer chose to use her lining and we preserved it. Look how lovely the back of this coat is. Here is the deconstruction process, and during this process is when I realized that this particular coat was going to cause me to end up having like an allergic reaction to it. It was very, very light. The hairs are very light and soft. They were flying everywhere. So I ended up wearing a mask throughout the whole process. And later on, I actually have to use my respirator because it was really giving me an issue. But again, it was beautiful and really, really nice to work with. Here I'm just removing the sides, trying to remove the lapel area. And you see that there is a white fabric around the fur itself. That is weft, and what they use is a lightweight interfacing. It's an iron-on interfacing, and they use that in the shoulder area and the collar area to help support the fabric, and that actually stayed on the fur. I did not remove that. Yep, there's my mask, my paper mask. So the lines of the coat were beautiful. They were nice and straight, so I was able to use the armhole. This one was 7 by 11 measured, and this was 8 by 11. So now I'm going to take those sleeves and I'm going to compare to see which sleeve looks better where. And then after I figure that out, I'm going to test them to say, yeah, that looks pretty good. That is going to be cut out 7 by 11, and it's going to go into the 7 by 11 slot. Once they all look good, I clip them together and then I sew them into the blanket. You can't even tell. Now that it's uneven, I have to even it out, and once that's even, I start to, oh, here's my best friends, my mask and my vacuum. And I wasn't kidding when I said I needed a respirator. Again, the hairs are so light, they just fly in every direction. It was really bothering my eyes. They were itching, and I didn't want to go to sleep taking Benadryl every night. So I used my respirator instead. It worked really, really well. And you can see it is a long process to put these pieces together. Here I'm putting the border on, and that's after I had pieced all the smaller pieces together. I was really happy with how this fur was turning out. It had no problems whatsoever to be sewn together. It was really, really nice. Minus the respirator, of course. So that was the preview of the borders. And that's what the border looked like when it was done. Again, can't tell, it's gorgeous. So this throw measured 62 inches by width and 46 inches in length. Then it was time to work on the lining, because the customer did choose to use her lining. And while I was deconstructing the lining, I noticed that there were some grease spots on the inside of the coat. They were in various places, so once the lining was completely deconstructed, I ended up using a portable washing machine that I have, and I end up using a very gentle woolite type soap to wash the lining. There it is in the little wash cycle. And this coat, believe it or not, was really not as dirty as some of the linings I've seen. Once that's done, I wring it out. I try to get out as much water as possible, and then I hang it to dry. This is the lining after I quilted it on my long arm machine. Again, just a simple meandering line that I can stitch down to the fur, and you can tell it's just gorgeous. And the lining on the back. What a pleasure it was, because it's just so lovely. Come visit us at dinahsquilts.com.